welcome back to my channel. Well, today I'm going to answer a viewer's question. And the question, let me just give you the question first. The question was, could I explain the expansion kits in a little more detail? And really the question is, what files are you actually getting? Because that's really where some of the confusion is going to be. When you download the expansion kits, whether it's the Alpine or the Orchestral, and those are the two that they're asking about, and I'm going to do this in two videos. First one's going to be on the Alpine set. When you download those, you actually get a number of different files. Now, before I get too far into this, I want to put a disclaimer in here. If you have purchased an FR-1x from, for example, Dale Mathis, with his sound sets in, you do not want to do this. Do not follow this video. If you do, you will be changing what Dale has done. You do not want to do that. His sounds are amazing. He has spent thousands of hours on them. Do not do this. You're free to watch it, but don't actually do it. And that goes the same if you've purchased this from anywhere where they have actually put in the expansion kits for you and then have done, most importantly, user sets for you. If they've modified any of the user sets, you don't want to do this. And I know Dale has had to have done that to get the rich sounds that he has. So please, watch the video, but don't actually do it. This is for knowledge information only for you folks. Okay, that being said, with the disclaimer out there, what happens with the Alpine is you get the expansion kit, but then you get a user set, and you get 8 user programs. And I'm going to actually switch cameras and we'll actually go through that. But before I do that, I actually want to go through the slides. I created a slideshow with the process, what you're going to have to do, and then a little explanation of each. Okay, I'm back now. And right now, I'm just going to kind of quickly go through this little slideshow for you to sort of explain this in a little better detail. Okay, first thing I want to cover is I'm actually going to do a demo and go through these so you actually can see how this is done. But the quote, order of operations is actually very important. Okay, the very first thing you need to do, if you have been working with your accordion, you need to back up your user programs. If you don't, and you overwrite them, if you don't have them somewhere else, they're gone. Okay, so for example, if you had purchased your accordion from Craft Music with the Dale Mathis sets, you have a set of user programs loaded. He has loaded those for you. If you overwrite those, you're going to have to get on the phone and go, Dale, I really messed up. I wiped out your user programs. Help. And I'm sure, you know, he can work you through that, but you're not going to get it back right away. They're gone. Okay, you're going to have to, and I would imagine you're going to have to purchase a flash drive from Dale with his user sets on, or user programs on, and so he can get you through loading them. But you don't want to do that. So please, whatever you do, back up your user programs. You know, I would be, you know, fairly careful with what you want to do with this. So if you've purchased your accordion from some other store where you have gotten user programs put in for you, this is probably not the video for you. You do not want to destroy those. All right, that being said, first order of operation will be to back up your user programs. Okay, you will take a flash drive and you will do that, and I will do that in a moment. I can't not overemphasize that. Multiple backups. The question isn't if they will fail, the question is when, and that's with any computer's hard drive. It's never if it will fail, the question is when. Make sure you have backups. Anyway, pretty simple. You put a flash drive in, you turn on the accordion, it's 41 clicks in, you go to save, and it will save all 8 of them in one file. One file. Okay, so once that is done, I'm actually going to go through and load the expansion set. I already have it in here, but just for completeness sake, I'm going to show you how to do it. And we've done this in other videos, but I'll do it quickly and we'll kind of scan through that fairly quickly. Next thing you do is you will load your user set. That will take a little bit, but I mean, it's pretty quick. The expansion set's probably going to take about 1.5 minutes. The user set, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds, pretty quick. Then load the user program. And again, those are very quick. Then you will test, and I have on here, test, or should I say play. You get to play with, quote, a new accordion, all new sounds. It's awesome. All right, so let me go through something here. This next slide is going to be what the expansion kit is going to give you. So when you load the expansion kit, okay, you get, all the Alpine instruments. Okay, so that being said, once we go through and we load your expansion, yeah. My mouth isn't working. I'm getting excited. Okay, new accordion. Anyway, what happens is you've loaded the expansion kit that gives you all of the new Alpine sounds. You've loaded the user set. Now remember, user sets, you have 4 user sets to pick from. 1, 2, 3, or 4. You will load those in. You will load whichever. I think I'm going to use set 1 for mine, but you could put it in any one of the 4. Doesn't matter. Once you do that, okay, when you turn your accordion on, it's still going to be the same accordion that you've always had when you turn it on. You have to go to user set 1. So you have to go to U1. So that's going to be the shift and then register 4. If you've put it in U2, it would be U2, U3, or U4, whichever one you're going to put it in. Like I said, put mine in U1. Now, when you do that, you now have the new Alpine accordion. All right, so what they have given you, and they've gone through, and everything is Alpine. Now, you could go and create your own user set. I have a video out on how to do that, and you could do exactly the same thing that they have here, because the Alpine's pretty easy because it's very limited in as far as what you can do as far as reads and so forth. It's pretty much you will get the Alpine accordion. Anyway, so for register 1, and you can, if you look at the slide, there on the right, you'll see it says treble registers, bassoon, master, clarinet, piccolo going across in your A. Okay, on the left is what you will now have. So register 1A will be an Alpine bassoon. 1B will be an Alpine bandoneon. What that means is they've sampled an Alpine accordion. And they're giving you those exact same registers that you had, except with the Alpine. Now, there's a couple differences. There at 3B, you have an Alpine musette. Okay. And then at 4A, you have an Alpine musette too. So they've given you two different musettes there. You just get to play with those. I mean, you now have that accordion. What you will find though on the bass side, the bass registers are a little more Alpine, we'll say. So you've got more of a tuba sound. You get more of an oompa type thing. So a little German flavor, I guess. I think it's very nice, but it's your accordion, however you want it to be. But that takes care of the accordion side. All right. Now, what happens when you hit the orchestral? Okay. Well, the orchestral have now changed. Okay. So what you have on the orchestral bass, 1A, you can read those right on the screen there. And I might go through a couple of these once we've done this, and you can hear what it sounds like a little bit. But it's more Alpine. Over on the orchestral side, you have more of an Alpine long horn type sound. So there's a lot of horns with this. Okay, that's what you're going to get there. Now we come to an interesting part, and possibly the most misunderstood part. Okay. What happens with the user program? These are the user programs. If you take a look, you have 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, all the way through 4A, 4B. If you look across, let me explain how this is going to work. When you hit 1A, that will be the Alpine Master Accordion. You will be in solo mode. Now, if you don't know what that means, if you hit the set switch and register 4 kind of quickly, you go into dual mode. It'll say SOL or DUA. So solo or dual. And what dual means is you have the possibility of the accordion with orchestral or organ. In this case, program 1A is the Alpine Master only. So there's no orchestral item there. In the bass, it's automatically turned on. The orchestral bass is automatically turned on, and the orchestral chord is automatically turned on. If you hit 1 again, it's going to go to 1B, but this time it's going to automatically switch you to dual mode and add 1A from the orchestral side. So you'll be playing Alpine Master along with 1A from the orchestral side. I'm going to switch cameras here, and we're going to go through fairly quickly, I hope, the process from that screen 1, the order of operations. Okay, as you can see, I'm just turning the accordion on. I have a flash drive in here. Now, I do want to make it clear that when you do this, all of the files for the 1X need to be in the root directory. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the program list. And the first thing I want to do is back up my user programs. I have 8 programs in here, and I don't want to lose them. Okay, so I want to go 41 clicks in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 40, 41. 41 clicks in, I get to save. Okay, now I want to save, and I hit register 2, and it's telling me, okay, the first available file that you can save this to is file 000. And that's fine, for me on this one. I don't care. I have nothing else on here other than the Alpine. Now the Alpine, I believe, is 101. Okay, so that isn't going to interfere with this at all. So I'm going to say, yes, go ahead and save that. So I hit the enter button, and boom, there they are. They are all saved. Okay, so that is step 1. Okay, step 2, okay, I need to go ahead and load the new sounds. Okay, so for that, I've got to go to Sounds, SND. So I'm going to go back to the parameter list. Now, we were already at 41. The sound is 40 clicks in. So if I just go back one, right there is sound. And now if I had the orchestral on here also, which I don't, it would scroll through those. But that's what I want. Hit enter. Which memory location do I want it in? I have memory location 1 or memory location 2. I'm going to put the Alpine in memory location 1 because I usually put them in alphabetical order. So that's my preference. So I'm putting it in 1. Put it in 1. Hit enter. Now this is going to take about a minute and a half. So I'm just going to cut away and cut back when it's done. Okay, as you can see, it just finished up. So now we have the expansion sounds loaded. So the next thing we are to do the user sets. Okay, so for user sets, that is UST. Now that is 37 clicks in. If we turn this off and turn it back on, we have to go in to 37. But we're already at 40, so we're just going to do it all at the same time here. So we're at 30, where we're at 40, 39, 38, 37 UST. So this is going to load our user set. Okay. So which user set do we have? Again, we only have one. I was thinking it was 101. It's 111 is the user set for the Alpine. So we want to load user set. Hit enter. It's asking, where do we want it? We can put it in U1, U2, U3, U4. I'm going to put mine in U1 just so it's easy for me to remember and easy to get to. You can put it in any one of them, doesn't matter. Okay, so it's going to go in U1. Hit enter. Loading. Done. All right. User set's done. Let's do the user program. And please make sure you have backed up your previous user programs or you will lose them. You will lose them. Okay, so we want to do user program. That is actually 39 clicks in. So we're at what, 37? We're going to go up, 38, 39. There's user program. Okay, what user program do we want? Well, 000 was the user program that I saved. So that's mine. That's not what we want. User program 101 is the user program sets. Sorry, I shouldn't be using the word set there. 101 is the user programs, all 8 of them, that comes with the Alpine. So I want that. So that's the one I want. I hit enter. Loading, and done. So we are now done doing this. All we have to do now is play. We get to have fun with our new accordion. I'll be back to demo a couple of the sounds for you. Now that we have everything done, it's time to play and see how things have turned out. Okay, so first I've turned on the accordion, and before we do the user programs, let's kind of see what the user set kind of sounds like. So I'm going to go to my user set, and remember I put it in U1. So U1, oops, not U4, U1. And this is the master. So that's the Alpine bassoon. We have those two musettes. So on 3B, it's a very nice sounding musette. We also have another one on 4A. It's a little more mellow. Anyway, those are the sounds, and you can go through and see if you like those. What I'm going to do now is actually jump to the user programs, because that's actually really what's different about the Alpine. So, all right, U1. So U1A. This is the Alpine Master Solo. But notice the bass. That's kind of a nice, strong bass. I like that one. That is actually, if you're looking at the sheet over here, that's actually 1B. So that's very nice. Now let's see what user program 1B is, because that's in dual mode with a type of trumpet. That's 1A. It's a nice sound. It's actually very nicely done. 2A. Now 2A is the Alpine Musette 1 in solo mode. 2B is actually just the clarinet, which is a 1D sound. Let's see, what else do we have here? If you're looking over here, I should have those up over here. Let's try 4A and 4B. So 4A, that's a 4A is a solo clarinet, so that's 1C. 4B is the Alpine harmonium dual with a clarinet. Nice, strong bass. I do like that bass. So that's good. I like this one. So anyway, that is the expansion, Alpine expansion kit that you download with their user programs. I know I've said this in the beginning, but I'm going to say this again. Please, if you have purchased an FR-1x from, for example, Dale Mathis, please do not do this. Is very careful. There's a disclaimer here. If you do this, if you follow this video, you have just wiped out everything Dale put in to U1. Okay, the user set 1 is now gone. And there's no way of backing that up. So please do not follow this video if you've purchased it from Dale or somewhere else where they've actually changed the accordion. Otherwise you will have to actually call them. If you haven't already done so, please hit the like and subscribe and enjoy. In part 2 of this video, be a separate video, I'm actually going to look at the orchestral sounds. So thank you for viewing and keep playing.